This is the Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded.
Go. Hustle Decoded. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hustle Decoded. Entrepreneurship from the ground up.
Hustle Decoded.
I'm going to give it a few more minutes and let individuals get back in here. Hope you had a good week. While you're waiting, hit that subscribe, that like button.
Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded. This is the Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded.
Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to the Hustle Decoded. Entrepreneurship from the ground up.
Hustle Decoded.
Hope you had a good week. We have lots to get into today.
Go. This is the Hustle Decoded. Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get started. Again, I hope you guys had a good week this week, at least so far. For everybody that is in attendance currently, welcome to the Hustle Decoded. Entrepreneurship from the ground up. If this is your first time here, my name is Kelvin. I am the founder and CEO of the Hustle Decoded. What we like to do on this channel is we like to talk about the fundamental life skills that you are going to need in order to get to the next level. On these Wednesday live streams, what we like to do is I talk about the economic topics of the day. I give my commentary on those topics, and I provide solutions that the current and future entrepreneur could be doing today and tomorrow. But before we get right into it, I do have a few announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had an opportunity already, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't had an opportunity. And comment below when we get done with this live stream. Let us know how we're doing. Let me know if these are helping you out. Also, do you need a business consultation? Because if so, right now we're having a pandemic economic special The prices are as follows. Look, don't be afraid to have a consultation or to have a coaching session in regards to your business, in regards to your business idea. Maybe you need to vet it out. Maybe your side hustle or your business is stuck and you need a plan forward. Don't be afraid to have a business consultation. If this is you, you need to vet your idea, your business is stuck. Do me a favor, contact us at thehustledecoded@gmail.com. Again, thehustledecoded@gmail.com. Again, what we do every single Wednesday, we have a live stream on the economic topics of the day. Join us Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, I talk about the economic topics of the day. I give commentary on those topics, as well as provide solutions for entrepreneurs, current and future entrepreneurs, for what they can do today and tomorrow to navigate through the economy. Join us on Saturdays, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we do the Saturday Hustle. First class that we've been doing is the Mindset series, Mindset Decoded. This Saturday is going to be focusing on the action plan. Where do we go from here? Last week we talked about affirmations, why they're important, getting your conscious to retrain your subconscious so that you can have new habits, new confidence. This week we're going to be talking about how to move forward, the action plan, things that you need to do to take yourself to the next level. Lastly, do me a favor, if you haven't had the opportunity, go over to Facebook, hit the like button, stay up to speed of all the latest and greatest of what's going on with the Hustle Decoded, as well as have an opportunity to be able to network with current and future entrepreneurs so you guys can help each other out. Your network is your net worth. That page is for you. Do yourself a favor. Join the page, like, stay up to date. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going over the economic topics of the day. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into that. This is what I've been trying to get you guys ready for, February 2021, but we're already beginning to see the trends. Pandemic pricing is here. The rents are beginning to drop all across the U.S. This is where it starts, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of real estate. This is exactly where it starts. First, the rents start dropping, and then the mortgage prices start dropping. What you're going to begin to see is there are contracts that need to be fulfilled in terms of new construction of homes that may be happening in your area or happening around your area. As those finish up, don't be surprised if they go straight to rentals, because nobody is buying homes. There are too many people that are unemployed at the moment, and too many people are holding on to their cash. But it is here. Rents are dropping across the U.S. This is just the first domino to fall. Next topic is employee tracking is increasingly widespread, and it could be doing more harm than good. In other words, your manager is trying to justify their job because with you not being in the office, they have no reason to be in a position to manage. So employers are using this opportunity basically to implement software where they can track and see exactly what it is that you were doing when you were doing it. The problem is that it is doing more harm than good. Employers are going to try to implement this, especially employers that have been around for a while, because they're used to doing things the old way. The coronavirus or the pandemic is basically was the last stand in terms of keeping people from working from their home. Now there are a multitude of people that are working at home, and this is going to be the new normal. Majority of people are going to be working from home that work in an office setting. That will not change. As a matter of fact, it will increase. But in order, I guess, in hindsight, because your employer still does not trust you, the employee, the future employee, they're going to be implementing this stuff more and more. I thought that was something that you should be aware of. I thought that this was interesting. The SEC chairman, Jay Clayton, says that Americans need financial literacy now more than ever. If you've been tuned into this channel, you understand that one of the things that I realized very, very early in my journey is that we as Americans don't have a very good relationship with money. One of the things that I noticed right away is that Americans more than ever are looking for ways in order to try to maximize the money that they have or become more financially literate. The SEC chairman is saying the same thing, that Americans need financial literacy now, because the things that he sees is that if you don't, you are going to be hurt in the long run. Some of you are already tired of the way that things are going, in terms of you've been working a job, you're working a career, and your wages are being stagnated. I know in a time like this, wages are being stagnated, raises are being stopped. If you got annual raises at your job, more than likely you never got one this year. As things continue to do the things that they're going to be doing economically, you won't be getting one next year. And you're looking for a change. This is why the Hustle Decoded is here. Because at the end of the day, you need to make more money, but you also need to understand what the hustle is. Money management is one of those hustles. Getting your credit up is one of those hustles. Starting a business is one of those hustles. Stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like a boss is one of the hustles. So I thought that this ad was very important. This article, I should say. Other things that you might be aware of already: CDC is warning that the U.S. may re-implement strict Rona measures if cases go up dramatically. Ladies and gentlemen, cases are going up dramatically. I've already made this prediction. Many of you already see this coming, but there will be another shutdown. People are continuing to do what they want to do. People are continuing to go to bars. I've mentioned this in other live streams. If you haven't had the opportunity to participate, that you walk into these bars, you walk into these restaurants, you walk into these places, and they claim that they were going to be doing all of these measures in terms of social distancing, in terms of cleaning, in terms of stepping up their efforts to make sure that they're not helping to spread what is going on. But what you're finding is that more and more you go into these restaurants, you go into these clubs, or you've seen these restaurants or clubs on TV, and they're jam-packed shoulder to shoulder, because here's the reality: that small business hadn't been making money for 90 days. They don't care how they make it. They want your money. Your health is not what's best for business. They want your money. And some of you Americans find whatever reasoning that you need in order to go to these places and willingly surrender up not only your health but also your money. So again, the prediction that I have, it's not a very big prediction, because I think you all see this as well. There will be another shutdown. So I will reemphasize the fact that a lot of you need to work on businesses, taking your business to the online space, because a lot of individuals are going to be at home. and doing things online is going to be the new normal. It is the new economy, and I'm trying to get you on board at the end of the day. Again, just reemphasizing some of the recklessness. 16 people, 16 friends actually tested positive for the Rona after going on a night out at a Florida bar. All 16 people from the same bar. And this is only in Florida, but in Florida, cases are surging. In Georgia, cases are surging. Here in Arizona, cases are surging. Again, these are all things that are going to lead to that eventual shutdown. Like I mentioned, I am only trying to get you prepared as future hustlers, future entrepreneurs, to take your business to the online space, get your money right so that you can capitalize on all of these things that are going to be taking place and are all going to be coming to a head February 2021. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome. If this is your first time here, please give that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't had the opportunity. Today, what we're going to be focusing on is we are going to double down on small business ideas. Last week, had a couple of ideas. For those of you who have participated, greatly appreciate you. What we're going to do is we're going to double down on that. If you have a small business idea and you want your idea vetted out and see how you can take that idea and turn it into a business, please engage in the chat. We can talk about your business. Not only does it help you, but it also helps others to see the vision that they can have in your business and in theirs. If I do not get any participation, which we'll see if I get any participation or not, I am going to talk about the businesses that I'm starting and the business ideas that I've had, so that you can see firsthand how do you turn a business from an idea to where do you get it going, or which direction should you lead. A lot of people, from what I've kind of seen and what I've researched and people talking to me behind the scenes, is coming up with ideas. Or how do you know that your idea is business worthy? Can you make money off of the things that you come up with? The short answer is going to be yes, but I am going to show you in a couple of examples of how you can turn your idea into a business thing. And if you don't have any ideas, I will reemphasize, and I'll talk about this in a video that's going to be coming up shortly, and how if you do not have any ideas, or the quickest way in which you can make money is you need to have a service business. You need to have a business that is going to provide a service to people, and in return for that service, you will get paid. You can do that now without any skills. Painting or landscaping or cooking food for people or any of these type of things that provide a service. Consulting, you can be a consultant or a coach. These are things that provide a service to people, and in return you get paid for that service. So let's see what we have here. Right now, not seeing anybody in the chat room, and that's okay. But what we'll do is we'll run down a couple of things that I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing is, obviously, I'm doing this YouTube thing. I'm providing consultations as well, doing consultations on the cheap. Consultations usually cost 10 times more than what I am providing. But given the economic situation, people need to get started with their idea, and I want to help more people get to the place that they need to get to at the end of the day. That is a service-based business. It's a service-based business that I can perform right now. A lot of you don't know that I have helped many people either increase their money, help them in their side hustles, increase business. Um, I've have many, uh, I have a lot of experience. I'll say that. I have a lot of experience in helping people get to the next level. That is my gift. One of my expertise is finding root cause, looking at data, seeing how you can streamline things. If you're making things too complicated, how do you streamline them? How do you problem solve? I am in a profession of problem solving at the end of the day, and I'm just taking that problem solving and applying it to business. I have a degree in business. I have a uh, Six Sigma certification that deals with data and solving problems. So I can use that. I use what I have to monetize. That is something that you can do as well. So consulting business, that is a service business, is something that doesn't require a whole lot of skill. I have a lot of credentials that back up my skill per se, so I can help big businesses and small businesses, but you don't need anywhere near my credentials in order to start helping people get to where they need to go. Okay. The other thing, this is the hustle decoded. This is entrepreneurship from the ground up. Here's the premise behind the channel and behind the brand. There's a lot of things that weren't resonating based on the things that we do. We all work hard. We all have jobs. We're all doing the things that we were taught to do. Work hard and eventually you'll achieve your dream. Well, it's not necessarily resonating. You have to strategically work hard. Luckily for me, is I've had mentors teach me throughout the years of ways in which you can take your skills to the next level. But one of the things that has held me back in order to teach this to other people per se is, not everybody wants to go onto the internet and show receipt, basically prove themselves or put content out and this and that. But me, as having a background in business and problem solving and seeing the potential in certain things, I saw YouTube as a tool. Basically, the internet has receipts, right? So you can show your body of work through YouTube. YouTube is a form of marketing. The type of marketing that YouTube is content marketing. Okay. And there's other ways in which you can market. You can also call it social media marketing. When you see ads that run across your page, if you see ads that run across Facebooks and other social media platforms, that is social media marketing. When people are doing Instagram posts and Instagram lives and IG lives and Facebook lives and all of these things, those are forms of content marketing. It is an easy way to get yourself out there. Your phone is one of the best tools that you can use to market yourself. Okay. So I have a lot of people that I've helped that work behind the scenes. They tell me that, they told me before I even started, like, hey, you need to start a business. You need to do this. You need to do this because you have a lot of knowledge. You've helped me take my business to the next level. You've helped me, move my money. I've helped a couple of millionaires move their money. I've been able to provide value for them, and in return, I've got them in my network in case I need something when we start to turn it up, when we start to take things to the next level. Okay. But the average American really doesn't have this information, it's not really told in a certain way, right? We're not told necessarily that your network is your net worth. Going out and meeting people and getting yourself into a room full of people that are more knowledgeable than you, getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. You can read it in a book, but actually doing it is another story. And it's not something that's really taught on the education regular, I went to high school, did some college, and now I work a job type thing. It's not really taught. our relationship with money. Again, something that is not really taught. How to money manage, how to up your skills. Again, that's something that's just not taught. Credit and how to actually utilize credit and how much credit you actually have access to, both on the personal level and the business level. Again, people just think it's just a credit score, and it's way more than that. And a lot of people use credit as an extension of their income, and again, it's not that either. But this is the average American thinking. It was my thinking as well. So money management and knowing something that is it's not juicy topics. Money management is not a juicy topic. Credit is not a juicy topic. But being your own boss, or having the idea of being your own boss, again, not the sexiest of topics, but a lot of people that follow me at this particular point, they've, according to my demographics, according to the data that I've been able to pick up, a lot of the people that follow me at this point have either had a side hustle, or are working, or are married, or are single parents who have been doing this 9 to 5 grind for years, working hard, but it's not translating. It's not translating into them getting more money. Okay. It's not translating into them getting to the next level. It's not translating to them building up their economics. And the hustle really is in the economics. Okay. So again, using my gift is taking some of these complicated matters, again, not juicy, but a lot of people are following me because they're tired of doing the same old shit. At the end of the day, they're just tired of doing it, and then doing something. They want to do something different. So if they've interacted with me either on a personal level or has seen something that I've posted before, they're actually interested because they're tired of doing the same old thing. They're tired of seeing a guru or somebody out there trying to sell them a dream, but they're not actually showing them or even breaking it down to their level of how they can make that dream happen. Okay. So with that said, I said, okay, what is my gift? What is something that I'm good at? Okay. I'm good at teaching. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at teaching. I'm good at articulating. I'm good at taking very complicated things, breaking them down into very simple concepts for everyday people to be able to understand. Okay. That is my goal. That is my gift. I've had this gift, ever since I was young. My business partner, as an example, he picked me out when we were both in the Air Force together out of a whole group of people that were teaching him how to do a certain task that we were doing in the Air Force. He wasn't getting the information that he needed. And then there was a little old 22-year-old me sitting off in a corner, looking at different topics on the news, looking at little economic stuff, trying to figure out, how this world works, as a 22-year-old man, and asked me to train him. Mind you, my business partner was either 2 or 3 ranks ahead of me. I don't remember. And I showed him the ropes in this job. He was new to the job. I showed him the ropes of the job. Okay. And after I trained him, he was a reservist, so he came in 1 weekend a month, but he was there to train at the time. And he's like, okay, well, what do I do now that I'm all certified and I have to go out into the real world, and find a job? Because he was a reservist. He came in 1 weekend a month. I told him simply, you have the skill already. Go out there and get a job with your skills. And you're trained in the Air Force, so people are going to dig that. And again, this was post 9/11, so I was like, market the hell out of that. You you know what I mean? You go and find a job based on the skill that you acquired. Lo and behold, that's what he did. And then came to help me a little bit later in joining one of the Fortune 500 companies that I was able to join. And all this was because I helped somebody at a very, very low level and taught them something that was extremely complicated, simplified it for even him, even though he was 2 or 3 ranks ahead of me. It didn't matter. He was willing to learn. So your age, I tell you that to tell you that your age is not should not be a barrier for you expanding your knowledge onto someone else. Okay. I also say that to say that my business partner has helped me tenfold ever since that day that happened, held 12, 13 years ago. And now when it comes to doing business, he said he didn't, he basically didn't trust anybody else to do business with. And now we're doing business. And, so your network is important. But a lot of this stuff just was not translating to the average American. So I figured at this particular point, now is the time to start bringing this stuff out, because people's credit is starting to take a dump. People are going to start losing their homes. You see how much money that your government is giving out in terms of money. As an average citizen, we're going to be paying for that unless you start a business, so where you're on the other side and you're getting all these tax write-offs instead of paying all these extra exuberant taxes based on all this money that's being given out right now. The average American doesn't know this stuff. And that's why I said, okay, what's the real hustle? What's the cheat code? How do you get to that next level? And these are things that I was able to learn through mentors and stuff like that. It was just a matter of me having the right mindset to take it online. At this particular point, with a pandemic going on and everybody's affected at every level, you could even have a potential of losing your job if you haven't lost it already. You have nothing to lose. This really is the bottom. If you're sitting at your house and you're collecting unemployment, this is your opportunity to reevaluate who you are as a person, what you're really good at, and then taking that skill and how do you monetize the things that you know, and monetize and leverage the things that you're good at. Again, talking about teaching, talking about taking complicated matters and simplifying them. Those are my gifts. So I am going out of my way to monetize my gifts. The other thing that I see that is really going to be big is online education. Okay. Online education, not in the form of going to a college to get education, because I've been college educated. Okay. But teaching people things that are actually going to help them. That's why you have these quote unquote gurus, right? That's why you have these gurus. This is why you have people going on YouTube. How do you do something? You didn't go to school for that. I actually taught I'm a self-taught computer programmer, front and back end, through YouTube. Okay. So online education is just the next level thing. So I wanted to teach people. That's the whole concept of what the hustle is. The hustle is how do you need to get your money right and how to do it. The hustle is credit and learning about, how important credit is, not just on the onset, but what, all of the intricacies of credit that you just basically do not know. Okay. Talk about the different businesses that you're able to get into. Like I said, I'm a self-taught computer programmer. I can code. It's a lucrative thing. I've been offered before $100 an hour just to sit right here and code at my house. A lot of you have not had that opportunity or even knew that it exists. And it's not something that's hard to learn. It's a different concept that in which you are learning. But I'll be bringing these different entities on. I'll be bringing these different entities onto the channel to let you know what exists out there in terms of what you can do to take your skill, your newly learned skill, whatever it is, and monetizing it so that you can be your own boss. Okay, getting back to online education. I can teach you these things, obviously, for a fee, That in itself is a business, and it's a reoccurring business. Money management, people in their 30s all the way until their mid 40s are always looking to how to manage their money. That's what the data suggests. Same thing with their credit. That's what the data suggests. How to be a business person. Same thing. So all of these things, again, college has its place. I believe that college has its place, but the fundamental things that people need to know in order to get ahead, in order to up their economics, in order to make six figures or more, these are the things that you need to do in order to leverage. And I think having an online education platform in that regard is going to bring reoccurring money. But online education in any form is going to bring money. If you're trying to learn a new skill, online education. If you're trying to learn something new, online education, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay, so that's what the hustle is, and I'm gonna break it out. So let me tell you guys about some YouTube game real quick. YouTube is really promoting new channels right now. Okay, one of the channels, so this is the Hustle Decoded. It's getting a lot of momentum right now. Now, mind you, I've only got 40 subscribers right now, but that's 40 subscribers in a matter of a couple of months. One of the guys that I've worked with put out a plug just this weekend to the web development community, because I've actually done a lot in the web development community. Again, you guys don't know that until just now, but I have, and he went ahead and shouted me out. So now we're starting to get momentum from people that have 60,000 subscribers and or more. So we are going somewhere. But YouTube is promoting new channels. Okay, this is an opportunity for you, whatever it is that you know, to start your channel. You're gonna suck at first. All you guys have to do is look up my first video. That was a test. Yeah, so my first video was a test. I was testing cadence. I was testing how I was talking, making sure there wasn't too many ums, ahs, and all of this, making sure there wasn't too many pauses in between. But you have to get your reps in. Okay, you have to get your reps in. You're gonna suck the first few times, but you, again, with what we have going on in this economy, you have nothing to lose. So get that thing started. Ladies and gentlemen, use your phone. Okay, you don't need any expensive equipment. My videos, a lot of them are on my phone. I have a webcam that's on my computer that costs little to no money, but I already had it prior to doing all of this stuff. And then just put out your content, put out your body of work. Okay, and show the world what you know. You're going to get better at it. You're going to get better at it. And, you know, you're going to go somewhere with it. Believe me, you're going to go somewhere with it if you're consistent. But again, YouTube is promoting new channels right now. So I highly suggest you get that going right now. Being in a couple of masterminds, that's what they're doing. Okay. Last week, check out the live stream. From last week, I talked about the keyword search and how important that is to adding to your titles. That will significantly increase the number of views that you have. Again, this is all really geeky stuff. I give an example in the last live stream. I highly encourage you guys to look at that. But again, starting your business, you have nothing to lose, and that's pretty much how I felt about it. I do see a little bit of activity in the stream. That's why I keep looking over. So let's go ahead and say what's up to everybody before we move a little bit further. Corey, what up? I will answer all of you guys' questions, by the way. Rabbit Beef, what's happening? The Art of Becoming More, thank you so much for showing up. And ladies and gentlemen, people are watching in the background as well. If you haven't had the opportunity, please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you hadn't had an opportunity. This channel is going to help you. Comment below when we get done. Let me know how I'm doing, good or bad. Again, I'm here to help you. All right, so without me rambling, I'm just gonna go right into the chat. See what you guys are talking about. See if I can answer some of your questions. Corey asked, how is a business started? I have an idea for a widget where do I go from here? Okay. So you have an idea, which is a good thing. We need to turn that idea into a lucrative opportunity. So when you have an idea, okay, and I'll break it out. As a matter of fact, I will give you the prime example because I was gonna do this anyways. So I'm glad you asked that question. Turning an idea into something. Okay. So let me just do this really, really quickly. Let me set this up. Okay, got it set up. Let's do this right now because that's a very good question. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I brew beer. Okay, I'm very good at it. Just to show you really, really quickly, I earned an award from Colorado. I don't live in Colorado. I sent my beer to Colorado. I earned a second place medal. I'm a part of a beer club here in the state of Arizona. We have produced more brewers out of that beer club than any other place across the country. So I'm a part of a good network of people that know how to brew beer. I've even had a couple of my beers featured in a couple of the local breweries around here. So I'm really, really good. Okay. One of the business concepts that I had was I didn't want to do a brick and mortar business. Okay. So let's say the idea, beer. Okay. I know how to make beer. First thing when it comes to an idea is you need to figure out right off the bat, what is it that you are good at? You need to monetize what it is that you know. Okay, I know beer. I know business. Okay, I know how to teach. So these are the things that I am monetizing because I already know them. They take very little effort to do. It's just I need to capitalize on them as a person that has these gifts. The market needs these things. Okay, so when I look at beer, just making beer, I like beer, but there's a lot of other people that like beer too, right? So the market likes beer. But I said to myself, I don't want a brick and mortar business. I go to beer fest, prior to the pandemic. I go to a brick and mortar or go to these events, these beer events, trying everybody's different beers and things like that. And they have these little mobile setups. And I'm like, that's pretty awesome. That's great. It'd be nice to have a mobile setup. In your idea, you have to see if this has been done before. 9 times out of 10, it's been done before. Okay? So in this case, I'm already looking at things like this. And I'm saying, okay, this can be done. I was thinking in the mode of, okay, this can be done. This can go anywhere. So you're not set up just at one particular place. So you can go to all the events around your county. And I'm like, okay, that's what I want to do. But I took it a step further. I'm like, there's only a certain amount of time during the year where you're going to be making money. How do you make money year round? Because I don't want this to be just a summer business. I want this to be something that could make me money all the time, right? So then I told myself, I don't have to do just events. I can take this anywhere. I can take this in front of small businesses that are just serving food, which will allow you to network with other businesses so that you can split the profits when it comes to beer sales, because you don't need a permit per se if you network with one of these businesses to promote. And I'm like, but you can do this anywhere. But I'm like, okay, so just in the event that you don't network with businesses, because that's not going to happen all the time either. This is just me thinking off the top of my head. then what? So I started with this idea, okay? Mobile beer trailer. But eventually I wanted to take it to this. Okay, again, this is something that's already been done, but instead of serving outside the thing, I wanted to serve inside. This is literally a mobile tap room. I bring it to you. Okay, so I can set up anywhere. Doesn't necessarily have to be in front of a business. It can be on a piece of land in the middle of nowhere. Now, I know that sounds kind of funny to you, but being somebody that grew up in a country town for a little bit, people will come. Believe me, if they know you got beer, they'll come. So, okay. But then I had to go a little bit further. I'm like, okay, so if I don't want to set up in front of a business, this is something that's been done before. Where do you stand out? And I kid you not, when I was coming up with this stuff, this is what was rolling through my neighborhood. And I laughed. And what I began to do is, I'm like, this is the idea that I have. This is where I think that this can go, right? But what will other people think, right? So then I began to vet the idea. So let me put this into perspective. Let me tell you what this business model is. Imagine me rolling through your neighborhood, playing AC/DC, Back in Black, rolling through your neighborhood, and all the men around 3, 4, 5, even 6 o'clock, not little kids running outside with money in hand looking to give you beer, but men acting like a bunch of schoolgirls coming outside with money in hand. See, and I thought it's funny, but it's this. I think this will make money. I really do. This will really make money because you don't see it. So every time I roll into your neighborhood, you're hearing back in Black as I'm rolling up through the neighborhood, nice and slow, and just seeing men just run outside with their money, getting their growler filled up. You don't have to go to the store. You could just wait for the beer truck man to come through. When's the beer truck man coming through? And you can get money all year long. Especially with this pandemic that's going on right now. Dude. Dude, you're already bringing the service to them and they only got to step outside their front door. This would be lucrative. So I asked my neighbors. I asked a few people. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. Told my wife to tell her friends, husbands, boyfriends, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. What do you think? Everybody said, yeah, this can happen. I like this. This can make some money. Obviously, then you get into the next level. Okay, so how is it that I make this happen, right? Funding. Okay, funding. This idea right here, I had people giving me money. I shit you not. There were people that wanted to give me money. Just had to sell it right. But you don't know that people want to give you money unless you ask. So in a nutshell, this is how you take an idea and you turn that idea into a business. What are you good at? What is it that you know? I know a lot of things. I know, again, I am a creator by nature. I have a garden outside, I've got different things that I grow outside as an example. But I'm using my garden to make me money because I already know it. My teaching talent, I'm using it right now to monetize. I already know it. There's no thinking involved. Okay? I know business. I already know it. A lot of you may be skeptical about what it is that I can do or whatever it is. That's okay. I'm on YouTube putting out the body of work, constantly promoting my stuff. If you've joined the Facebook page, you see me promoting my stuff all the time, letting people know this is the skill that I have. This is the skill that I have. Is this a service that you would like? As a result, I've gotten business. I've gotten constant business out of my consulting, something I already know. I've gotten constant business. So the quickest way for you to really get started is if you monetize the things that you already know. Okay? Put it out there. You need to put it out there. You don't know if people are going to want it or not unless you put it out there. You don't need a whole bunch of money to start. I did this for free, right? Going on Facebook amongst your friends and family, that's free. Hey, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, friends you haven't talked to in about 10, 15 years, but you're friends. This is what I do. I bake cookies, right? I use this example with one of my clients. You bake cookies. I will buy cookies. But I don't know that you make cookies unless you tell me that you make cookies. You say you make chocolate chip cookies. I'll buy chocolate chip cookies, but you have to put it out there. You have to put it out there to see if there's a market for what it is that you are selling, right? And you don't have to reinvent the wheel either. R&D, one of my mentors told me this, R&D is not research and development. R&D is rip off and duplicate. What's the difference between Burger King and McDonald's? Both fast food joints. Both sell burgers, fries, and shakes. Both sell chicken nuggets. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So, if you do have an idea that plays to your strengths, you have to see what the market is and see what are the little tweaks that you can do here and there that's going to allow you to stand out. Okay. So let's get right back into the chat again. Hopefully that helps you. Do I get a business license or do I find a manufacturer? I will say you vet your idea. You don't start spending a bunch of money and you don't start asking for a bunch of money if the market is not if the market is not there, if it makes sense. You don't want to put yourself in a hole before you get it. It's a matter of you getting ahead of yourself. What you want to do is when you have this idea, even write this out if you need to. It's called building a plan, but take this idea, write down 10 ideas. This is exactly what I did. Write down 10 ideas. What are 10 things that I'm good at? And then just start putting it out there amongst Facebook friends and family and seeing if they're going to stick or not. Whatever sticks the most or whatever people are in congruent or agreement with in terms of what it is that you know, take that and run with it. But you don't want to start pouring a whole bunch of money into anything. Start as cheap and as lean as possible. YouTube, Facebook, cheap and lean. Okay. A website is this year's this decade's it's the new business card. Okay. So if having a website, mine's almost done. It's not, I'm still working on that myself, but that is your new business card. If you don't have a business card, this right here is the business card. This is the body of work. People need to know what it is that you do. If they don't know what it is that you do here on YouTube, then they need to know what it is that you do on Facebook, IG, and all the other social media platforms, and you need to be shameless about it. Do you want the money or not? Okay? So don't put out a whole bunch of money. Don't start spending a whole bunch of money. You need to know if the market is there and start receiving money so that you can begin to churn that money back out into your business. But you wouldn't know to do that unless you know there's a market for it. Okay? Credit sucks. Yes, it does. And if you don't know what credit is or what it's capable of, you'll really be behind, like most Americans are. Online education is the future, not the classroom style, but more of doing research and teaching yourself. Yes. The school of hard knocks. You know, the school of hard knocks. I'm an educator in the high quality schools shifted the approach years ago. Yes. And see, with this economy, with the new normal, you're going to start seeing this a lot more and more. So being an educator, being somebody who teaches already, this to me is an opportunity for you to monetize what you already know. You are a teacher and an educator that teaches a curriculum on a certain subject. If there's things that you know on top of your education, because I did put out a video saying that you are more than your job. There's other things that you know, but your profession is teaching. You should teach those things. Teach those other things that you know. You're already doing it. So why not maximize it? Same with anybody with their job. If you already know your job and your job is some sort of service-based business, as an example, you can do if you're not sick of your job, if it's not a job you hate, you can take that skill, whatever it is, and monetize it outside of your employer. A lot of times it's not the job itself that sucks, it's the people you work with. Or a lot of you are, a lot of us are self-managed. We know how to do the job, but sometimes you just hate your manager. You know what I mean? So just something to think about. That's why I'm really, really emphasizing to everybody today to make sure that when you do have an idea or you do want to make money really, really quickly, monetize what you know and be shameless about it. Take your ego out of it. I don't want to, I don't think. Again, do you want the money or not? You want the money? Put it out there. Be shameless about it. Put your reps in, get all the bugs out, and let everybody know, hey, I teach this. Hey, I do this. Hey, I make this. Are you interested? You'll be surprised at the responses that you get back. All right. I deleted my first video. Look, man, put out more vids, man. I'm telling you, this is the cheat code. This is the hustle right here. Because here's the thing about YouTube, okay? Here's what it is. If you are somehow good at this and you're consistent with it, it may not go anywhere. Let's be honest, it may not go anywhere. Not everybody wants to sit in front of a camera. We know that. But you were consistent with it, you followed through with it. This has the potential to, in turn, not only grow your business outside of YouTube, but as a result of people in the long term looking at your videos, getting the views up, getting the subscribers up and things like that, because you're going to be helping people over time. This is a form of passive income. You'll be able to monetize your YouTube channel and you'll be making money not only from your business, but then you'll also be making money from YouTube. And now you have 2 income streams in addition to your job, and you might be in a position to where you can quit your job. So again, these are things you can monetize. Anything you really could. Okay, I know somebody, I kid you not, I know somebody that was in LA, and again, before the Rona, they were making money from cuddling with people. It sounds funny, but yeah, Yeah. So you take that where you want to take it. But you can monetize anything. It's something that, find out what it is that you know and monetize it. YouTube. It's an opportunity for you to make money. It's an opportunity for people to really check you out. I'm a skeptic. Okay, I've seen the get rich quick schemes. I've fell for a couple. Like many other people have. But at least with this YouTube channel, at least what you're going to see is a body of work. So yes, I am going to provide courses that I am going to be asking for pay in return, because this is what I like to do full time, is teach people the true hustle. But in return, not only am I going to get that in the long term, the online course revenue, but then hopefully I get YouTube revenue, and then we'll just have to see from there. Then you have the money and the leverage to do other things that you may want to do. Do you want to get into real estate? Do you want to buy a business? Do you want to buy a business turnkey? You don't want to set up a business from scratch, but maybe you've gotten to the point where you have a bunch of money and you want to buy a business off of somebody else. One of the things that people don't realize right now is that a lot of individuals are baby boomers that have businesses that are looking for somebody to take their business off their hands. It's already turnkey. It already makes money. They're just looking for somebody to take it from them because they're tired and they want to retire. These are a lot of things that we're going to be getting into in this channel, because the average person needs to know this, man or woman. AZ Gardner, what up? Corey, if you build it, they will come. That's exactly right. If you build it, they will come. You would sell out my neighbor. Dude, I'm telling you, that business idea, if anybody wants to get, as a matter of fact, if anybody wants to get in on this, because I still might do this. I put this on hold. But if anybody wants to do this, let me know. This would sell out, especially during this right now. Oh my man. It's funny, but it will sell. It's a selling point. You don't have to pay any rent, to a brick and mortar place or whatever. Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah. Yep. All these businesses have been made before. You're just putting your own little sauce on it. That's it. That's all you're doing. You're just putting your own little sauce on it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So again, idea, you take your idea, see if your idea has been done before. This is research, okay? To put it very bluntly, research. Take your idea, see if your idea has been done before through research. See what spin it is that you can put on it. And market your business. Where small businesses fail, obviously, is cash flow. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I want people to really realize. You are talented in whatever it is that you do. We all have skills. We all are good at something. A lot of us lack confidence, which, again, it's not something that's always taught to us, not even from our parents sometimes, right? But you can take your business and you can make money off of it if you have the confidence or the mindset. That's why I started with the mindset series that I will be putting into a playlist, because we're going to be ending that this Saturday. But taking that, and you can monetize it. But what we fail to do, because we're not taught it, is sales and marketing. Nobody likes to do that. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, do you want the money or not? Or it's like, I don't know how to do it. Okay, these are some of the ways in which you can do it. And then I talk about, again, these social media platforms, this YouTube channel. This is how you do it. Going on Facebook and talking to your friends and family. That's how you do it. If you're a teacher, educator, like, the Art of Becoming More, make a Facebook page right away. Make one. Put your face on it, get some nice pictures up, Get your brand going. Start posting on that page. Start inviting people to that page. It's exactly what I'm doing right now. Inviting everybody to the page because I want future and current entrepreneurs to connect, because your network, again, is your net worth. For those of you who are here today and are engaging in the chat, and I really do appreciate you guys engaging in the chat, this is the network. Now that you're on this channel, hopefully you've liked and hopefully you subscribed. You're a part of the network that's going to take you to the next level. Okay? So just like I told my client earlier today, plug your stuff. Be shameless about it. I'm going to have a video on that as well. You must be shameless in your marketing. Do you want the money or not? Ladies and gentlemen, go out there and get your money. See, I'm launching an early childhood company to clarify and curate early childhood literacy for parents and child care providers. My online store officially launches next week. Feedback so far has been great. Yes, because here's the thing. Just for a little bit of background, my mother, right? She was a daycare provider within our own home for 20 plus years. She was one of those moms that went out and was working a retail job and sending me and my brother off to babysitters and stuff like that. But she didn't really like how they were taking care of us, so to speak. So she's like, I can do this better. I can take care of, quote unquote, your child better than you can. was the premise, okay? And so she did a childhood development in her home, but she also included preschool and putting all these curriculums in place. So once these kids went from daycare / preschool into kindergarten and so on and so forth, a lot of these kids were way more advanced or put in a position that was that would help them get ahead, in their learning process. Okay. And was something that my mom took a lot of pride in. She got a lot of awards out of the state of California as a result of having this business and her networking and things like that. It really went somewhere. So this business model is actually really amazing, and it's actually really needed, because it's more than just taking care of your children. Your children are in an environment where they need to learn some of the basic stuff, like learning to be around other kids, because you have a lot of single or a lot of people that only have one child or whatever, and that child needs to learn how to be around other children, but they also need to learn the fundamentals needed to succeed in school. So I think this platform that you're launching is going to be absolutely awesome, and it's going to be needed in this economy right now too. So I wish you nothing but success. When I started my brand, it was fun. When it came time to plug and market it, I quickly realized it wasn't for me. Well, see, and that's not it. So you can look at that two ways, right? You can look at it as a failure, or again, it's a mindset thing. You can look at it as a learning opportunity, learning about yourself. But you tried. You went out there. You fully believed that you were confident in building your brand and doing this stuff. But you found out a lot about who you were. It wasn't something that was for you, but that is okay. That's the entrepreneurship journey as well. You know what works for you, and you know what doesn't. So if you were to launch that again or launch something similar, how would you go about it in a different way? There's some lessons in that. Yeah, I'm curious as well. What was the brand? And I guess the question is, because again, we're having this conversation now, what part of it wasn't for you? Which part did you not enjoy, if you don't mind me asking? Okay. Okay. I get that too. Yeah, and you shouldn't look at it as a failure. You really shouldn't. Like I said, it depends on. It's all about mindset. It's a learning opportunity. You didn't know until you put it out there. At the end of the day, and now you know. So, um, you can go about it another way. Obviously, either let it die and work on something else, but at least you know. You know what I mean? Again, it's a learning opportunity there. So, at least you tried something. A lot of people aren't really willing to try something, um, but you did, and that's very it's awesome. It's good. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you guys have any other questions? Because we've been here for an hour now. I don't want to take too much of your time. Do you guys have any other questions or things you'd like to look into before we get off of here? Before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not had the opportunity. Tell your friends and family about this. We are going to take this to the next level. Again, this is going to help people. Also, again, if you need a business consultation, need to vet your idea, need to figure out ways in which to launch your idea, do not be afraid of having a coach, having a consultant lead the way. Maybe you're stuck in your business. You have a side hustle or a business you're trying to start and you need just a little push. The prices are as follows. Again, don't be afraid of that. This will be money well spent for you, especially during these times. If you need help with your business or to vet your idea, contact us at thehustledecoded@gmail.com. Be happy to help you. Again, also do me a favor, join us on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we do the live streams, where we talk about economic topics of the day, commentary on those topics, and some of the things that the entrepreneurs, both future and current entrepreneurs, can do in an effort to navigate this economy both today and tomorrow. We will be wrapping up the Hustle Decoded Mindset series on Saturday. Last week was about affirmations and why they are important for your conscious mind to retrain your subconscious mind. This weekend, we will be talking about the action plan, what you can do from here. We will put all of this in a playlist. We will also put it on the website when it is finished so that you are able to download this for free. Your mindset is absolutely important because if your mind is not right, if you are not in the right mindset, you are not going to be able to run your business with the right mindset. You will not be able to manage your money with the right mindset. And the list goes on. It all starts with the mindset. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, just like I was telling you about the network, your network is your net worth. Go to the Facebook page, give it a like. There you find all the latest information on the Hustle Decoded, as well as having an opportunity to network with your fellow entrepreneurs. Don't be afraid to engage on the chat. If you find something economically or something that you think is going to help somebody, go on there and post it. Ask questions, engage. It is for you. Your network is your net worth. All right, we're going to get into the chat just a little bit more. Saw a little bit more activity, which is awesome. We'll get into the chat and then I will sign off from there. All right. Piggyback off my Twitch account into more, but I realized it was more work than I wanted to put in. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Look, this YouTube thing's a lot of work. it took a lot of footing for me uh, to really get going. What you're starting to see right now is a mashup of a lot of things that I really had to dig deep about, because I'm treating this as like a second job. Obviously, I'm getting paid through, the consultancy and stuff like that. But as far as, I'm not monetized right now, as an example. This is a lot of work that we're putting up front. and posting is hard. There's been a couple of Saturdays where I've had other obligations, I wasn't able to put it out, but just building this new habit has been extremely difficult. And I want to say that as of literally today, I was talking to somebody about this earlier, that this has actually become second nature now. But it took a couple of months to really get into it. And what you guys are starting to see now, because I talked about it in my in a couple of the live streams, that we need to begin to turn it up, because YouTube, just again, some more YouTube game. YouTube does not really like live streams. They did at one point, but they really promote videos. So what I started doing is I'm doing the Gary V method, and you guys will be seeing a video almost every day in addition to the live stream, so that the YouTube machine can pick it up and be like, hey, there's some stuff here. But then what it also does is it allows any customer or any person that's following the channel to see a large body of work. Okay, so you guys are starting to see that now. Every single day. And again, my latest video came out this morning. It's called "You Must Be a Producer." Be sure to check that out. It begins to get you into the mindset of, in this new economy, you're gonna need to produce. You can't let life happen to you. You need to do something about whatever your situation is. You need to begin to start that business. You need to begin to get that skill up, or whatever it is that you want to start, you need to start. So that's a video that I put out just this morning. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't had the opportunity. A couple more comments. You were so right about mindset. As I develop things, I keep thinking that I could have been doing it clicks when it clicks. That's just like me. People have been telling me for years. Again, I've worked with millionaires, still do, and they've said, you need to put something out. Somebody told me that I even needed to write a book, and it's about mindset. I could have been doing this a long time ago. I just didn't. It's one of those things of not really believing that you can do it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, sometimes it just depends on kind of where you are in your life. And what I'm kind of finding, again, data wise, is people between the ages of 27 and about 42, 43 start saying, I've been doing this for a while, or whatever it is you've been doing. You start to kind of reevaluate what it is that you're doing. It's like, I need to do something else, or I need to do more, and it's during that phase that sometimes it just clicks, and it's like, I need to do this, and I need to do this, and there's no getting out of it. I need to do this. It clicks when it clicks, and sometimes it takes us longer than others. I've got somebody that I mentor right now that's going to, he's going to be in the next level. He's going to be on a totally different level here in the next, I'd say, 2 years. He's listened to pretty much everything that I've told him. He's upped his network. In this recession, he's actually making more money. And I mean, he's going to be in a totally different atmosphere here in about 2 years. And you guys are going to see that as well. We're going to up the production when I do debut him, and what he does, and letting you know what that business opportunity is. We've already got something in the works, but it's next level stuff. So yeah, when you live stream, you should be doing it on different formats at once with a multi-stream. Correct. So this is something that I was thinking about the other day. you're right. I tried it on I tried it on Twitch the other day just to see how it was. It was just a test. The Twitch handle there is Hustle Decoded. There's no content over there. It's just I did it as a test. But this YouTube thing is just one avenue, right? Facebook, that's just one avenue. IG, that's another avenue. But they all have the ability to do live streams. So what I'm trying to figure out currently is take this little software that I have here and be able to do multi-streams at once. Still kind of figuring it out. And being able to not only stream here on YouTube, but stream on Facebook Live, stream on IG, and maybe stream on Twitch as well. And then just be able to, that way, what it does is it allows you to hit your different markets. So, and again, it's a way for you to be shameless about your marketing and targeting as many people as you can. This subject right here would have been perfect for a lot of different people. I know this has probably helped a couple people today. Hopefully it does. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap that up. Again, we've been here for a little bit. Okay, I will. But we're going to wrap this up. Appreciate you guys coming through. This is The Hustle Decoded. This is entrepreneurship from the ground up. Again, be sure to check out that video, You Must Produce in This New Economy. We're going to make this happen one way or another. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe. Again, this is The Hustle Decoded. Entrepreneurship from the ground up, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we are signing off.
This is the Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded.
Go. Hustle Decoded. Go. This is the Hustle Decoded. Hustle Decoded.